Our group focused on social impacts and how it affected and influenced the passage of laws and policies during each time period that we focused on. For my part of the project, industrialization brought sectionalism, and I focused on 1820 to 1860. Immigration was connected to this because depending on the geographic area, there were various groups of immigrants. The North had the highest amount of immigrants due to its rapid economic growth, primarily based on the industrial innovation. The major trend that we see with these statistics is the increasing number of immigrants. From 1820, with only about 8,000 immigrants, to today, where there are 47 million immigrants. We could see this trend could be the cause of many job opportunities that many immigrants didn't have from the countries they originally came from. Most of the immigrants during this time were coming from Europe, specifically Northern Europe. Their means of transportation heavily influenced where they stayed, like seacoast cities, as well as their jobs. A few examples of possible causes of the influx of immigrants was the inexpensive and quick ship transportation for the time, famines and revolutions in Europe, and even though the US was still a fragile union, it had grown its reputation as the land for major opportunities and most definitely political freedom. Since the beginning of the influx of immigrants, they have always proven to have major political and economic benefits to the U.S. economy due to their consistent work and back then their inexpensive labor. But to compare this to today, there are many immigrant-owned businesses. Due to the major spike in industrialization during this time, especially in northern cities, many of the workers experienced extremely long workdays, and most factory workers lived in the slums of the city in urban areas. This had major downsides with poor sanitation, infectious diseases, and crime. It's very important to note that these were really just the start of what was bound to come. So for example, the first National Labor Organization, it only lasted 7 years, but it really set a major precedent for the future labor organizations, and same with workers' comp, like that still exists today and has developed a lot.